and we want to know what is going on with the Rey movie. Stephen Knight, the Peaky Blinders creator tapped to write Lucasfilm's upcoming new Jedi Order movie, has exited the project. Knight's departure comes over a year after he joined the project, during which he submitted multiple drafts. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy remains attached as the director, with Lucasfilm now searching for a new writer to take on the script. The film, set to star Daisy Ridley, will feature the return of her character Rey as she rebuilds the Jedi Order, a story that takes place 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Ridley hinted that the new Jedi Order project might be the beginning of a new series of films. Describing her return to the role of Rey, she said it feels both scary and exciting to revisit a character she, quote-unquote, knows so well, in such a different context. Notably, Ridley referred to the project as the New One/New Ones, sparking speculation that Lucasfilm may be planning a series centered around Rey's efforts to rebuild the Jedi. While no official title or release date has been announced, the project promises a significant new chapter for the Star Wars universe, potentially establishing a multi-film arc around this beloved Jedi character. Pete, is this as big a deal as certain parts of the internet are going to make it be?
You know, this story actually dropped just as we were going on last week, so we didn't get a chance to go into it. But interestingly, that second piece that you added came shortly after that, where Daisy, and that's what's confusing about it. And that's why, to me, the question is, what is actually happening with this movie? Because you are, I mean, clearly Stephen Knight wrote a Star Wars movie.
Oh man, I'm watching a Stephen Wright Star Wars movie right away.
I will check that. But he's clearly left the project, and that's fine. And I like to believe it's because they just weren't happy with where it was going. And I don't know. I think we're in a situation where Disney has put themselves in a spot where they continue to talk about things that are coming. And what ends up happening is the excitement that gets built for it is actually ending up being diminished and giving fodder to people who are trying to find a problem with the Disney era of Star Wars. At the end of the day, I think if they are taking their time and doing it right, and if Stephen Knight was not the guy to do it, if David Lindelof was not the guy to do it, find somebody to do it. Here's what I'm going to throw out there. Call Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson understood the Rey story arc better than anybody else. Let's let him give him that trilogy that he was supposed to do and make it the Rey trilogy. And let's just give him all 3 movies and let him do it from top to bottom. I would love to see that.
Based on, and again, we talked about this, I think last week. I don't want them to announce things. I want them to present me something and say, hey, here's this thing we've been working on for the last 2 years. And we didn't tell you about it. Because like you don't tell your kids, hey, we're going to Disney World this weekend. You don't say it till you're at Disney World because something could happen. We were told years ago, Rian Johnson's going to do a trilogy.
Yep.
That, in theory, presupposes some sort of contractual agreement that was made somewhere back down the line, possibly. Let's exercise that contract. You know, you hear every now and then, you know, so-and-so still owes so-and-so 2 more projects or 2 more movies. They made a 3-movie deal. They made this. I hope that's true. And I think that's a fantastic idea. Let Rian swoop in here.
Yeah.
Fix it and tell the whole story. Tell the arc. That's what I wanted from him, was for him to have the opportunity to tell a full story if it involves 3 movies.
Well, and that's, you know, the Knives Out trilogy is going to be done soon. That 3rd movie's coming out early next year. I just think that it becomes a marketing challenge because whether you like it or not, we need to be realistic about the response to Rian Johnson. But you know what? He created again.
Look at his track record and let's go from there. That's what I would do if I was Disney. Start pumping out every review you see, every award he's won. Let's start talking about it's a big deal that this guy's going to do this.